everyone, it's me, Joyful Anime 19, back at you with part 2 of What If Deku Became the Shield Hero. So yeah, we're back at this. So Deku took care of the slime villain, and so Deku will actually go home without any incidents, and he will begin his 10 months of training. That All Might was thinking that Deku would actually make a good candidate for One for All, and his shield looks and with his shield he could actually protect people, seeing that his shield seems to have different abilities to it. So he's think so he's so he's thinking in his mind that maybe Deku will make a good candidate for One for All, or maybe a better candidate than Mirio. So Deku is a pretty well-rounded guy. So his friend Reptalia, the My Hero Academia version. So yeah, a YouTuber gave in a comment told me their names. So yeah. Thank you for that. I want to give him a shout out, but I kind of forgot his name. So sorry, I have a short-term memory thing with me. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. You know what? Let's just change her name, because I don't think Lily or Lucy or anything like that will actually be good. So I thought of another different name. How about Toki? Oh, no. I'm right now thinking of a name for her. So let's see. How about no. No. Let's see. What name should I give her? Philo. Philo. I think that's her name. Philo. We're just gonna give her a name called Fui. We're just gonna give her Philo, the name Fumi, and Reptalia's My Hero Academia version of her. Her name will be in this My Hero Academia version of her. We'll just give her the name. Yeah, we're just gonna call her. We're just gonna give her name Reptalia. Reptalia and Philo, they actually train these next 10 months because they're also going to the UA, because they want to go there, not just because Deku is going, because they also want to be heroes as well, because they want to help out, and they just get mad and angry that somebody gets hurt because of a villain's act, because some bad guy hurting other people for their own personal gain. So yeah, Deku is actually training these next 10 months. He actually cleaned up Dekuma Beach, and it's only been the 8th month, and he actually discovered a lot about his quirk. He finds a little drip of acid that's inside of a Actually, Deku actually gives a piece. Actually, that accidentally chips off a piece of metal from the scrap. And he thought that maybe believing that his quirk could not only absorb like a smidgen of quirk's abilities and adapt it to its own. So maybe if he gives it an object to absorb, who knows what will happen. So he gives it. So he puts So he brings the shield center and brings it to the orb in the shield, and it absorbs the metal. And it says Iron Shield has been unlocked. And that and it shows up the different abilities, like it can like shoot projectiles, and it can also make and it can also like create an iron wall barrier around the user, protecting the user, and that it would also do other things like I don't know. So it will. So in this one, the shield doesn't actually like in the series of the writing of the Shield Hero. We noticed that I've noticed that the shield does not allow its user to actually have another weapon than the weapon it already has. So yeah, we're gonna make it not have that that needed ability. So yeah, Deku will be able to use a weapon, and because of this, the shield would actually enhance that weapon's ability, toughness and very toughness, making it last longer. So yeah, Deku will actually train these years, and he will also, and because the heroes, and because he finds out about the heroes and their different costumes, about the costume design department. So yeah, Deku gives his design, and it's gonna be like Naofumi's design, cost cost costume like his. So yeah, Deku will have the exact same wearing costume. He'll have a bit of armor, light armor, and the cape as well. I think it was called the Barbarian something. So yeah, Deku will require different skills, and he'll also unlock the hate reaction ability. Like he can make one target or a number of targets or a limited number of targets hate, and he could target them, and once they hit their target, they would once it hits their target, the target would begin to hold like a deep hatred for the person that used that ability on them. So yeah, these are different skills and abilities that Deku is unlocking, and Dek and we'll make it that Deku will unlock the Rage Shield at the USJ incident. USJ attack, I mean. So yeah, Deku will unlock that ability at the USJ when he's at his most angriest. So yeah. And Deku will also and All Might sees Deku. Sorry. So yeah, All Might will also see Deku also training these 10 months, and he's only been watching Deku, seeing if he's actually determined to get stronger. And he was right, and he comes over to Deku, and he tells him everything about him, about the Quirk One for All, and about what happened to him, about what happened to him in that one incident. So yeah, at the toxic chainsaw incident. So yeah, that was only 2 years ago. So yeah, and so All Might would tell Deku that he'll be the successor of his quirk. Deku falls falls onto the ground, and he's actually happy, and tears are coming out of his eyes, and he's showing a determined face, trying not to cry. All Might feels confident that Deku is the right person for One for All, and he gives it to Deku. And All Might says, "Keep working hard, young Midoriya." And Deku and All Might actually develop that father and son bond. So yeah. Deku is at. So yeah, they're getting along during the spare time they have together. And Deku is actually discovering more about his quirk, about his shield, Miracle Shield. You know what? Let's just change its name from Miracle Shield to Defender. So yeah, let's just call it Defender. So yeah. And Deku's hero. Yeah, wait a minute. Let's get to that later. Deku. So yeah, Deku will actually find like animals that were like, he finds a frog that's dead, and he gives it, and he gives and he lets the shield absorb the frog, and shield would, and it would show up that Deku unlocked the frog shield. Like he can like a frog would appear and spit acid. Will actually spit acid, and will actually let a tongue come out and allow it to stick, let it grab onto other things. And Deku will also get like a venomous snake. And he will let the shield absorb it. And the snake would say that the snake head shield will also, like, the head of the snake, the teeth that are appearing on the shield will actually make a snake and will actually grab onto the enemy and things like that. And Deku can actually like impale the poison, make the snake head actually bite onto its victim, and injecting its poison. But not the type of poison that will actually kill a person, just the type of poison that can actually paralyze someone. So yeah, and Deku will also learn about this thing called, blood binding. You know, the same skill, you know, the same ability that Stain shows when at second season. So yeah, Deku will learn how to do that. So yeah, Deku is now like super ready for the UA entrance exam. And Deku's shield will also activate the flight shield. Will actually make wings come out of it. Will actually make wings come right out of it. And the shield will actually come off of Deku. Will actually remove itself from Deku and let Deku ride on it. No, let's just make it that the shield will give Deku a pair of wings when Deku will activate the when Deku will activate the wing shield. So yeah, Deku is like flying all the way to the entrance ceremony, entrance exam, and Philo is that Fume is also flying using her transformation quirk, and Raptalia is actually really it's because of her quirk, half raccoon, half human. Her physical abilities are enhanced, are super enhanced. So she's like super fast, and she's been actually working real hard these 10 months, and so she's super speeding her way to. She's actually super speeding her way there, and now they're at the entrance exam, and they're actually saying good luck to each other, and they pull their thumbs up saying that they will make it to UA. Actually, that Reptalia had like a recommendation for her, but she wanted to try the normal way to get in. Philo also had Fumi had a recommendation as well, but she wanted to try the normal way to show off her quirk instead of getting in the fast way. So did Deku, but Deku didn't get a recommendation, but he didn't care if he got a recommendation. He just wanted to show off his new things that he's learned, and he has. And so Deku, and Uraraka will actually start to, and everybody will see them, and that they feel like something about them is very cheerful, and they know that maybe those three will actually get in, and Uraraka will actually see them, the bond of their friendship, and their determination, their confidence they have in one another and each other. And she will actually trip because she wasn't looking her way, and Deku will shoot out his air shield, project his air shield to help Uraraka, and she will nearly hit her head on the solid concrete. And Deku, Reptalia, and Fume will actually help her get up. And Uraraka says thank you, and that hope that we all get into UA. So yeah, Class 1A will have two extra students with them. 2 extra students in their ranks. So yeah, Deku is like working. So yeah, the Siri exam happens. President Mike doesn't leave anything out, including the 0-pointer, telling everyone to avoid it because it has no point. There's typically no point to it. So Deku actually do a lot better along with Reptalia and Fumi. They'll actually do a lot. They'll actually be be better at this. To tell you the truth, Reptalia had her IQ was only about 85%, but she worked on that and she wanted to get a bit smarter, knowing that heroes also have are actually smart as well. So yeah, they will do well. They will do well, and the heroes and the people who actually get the papers will actually be dumbfounded that 3 students did well. A person named Izuku Midoriya and Philo Regian Ralius, Reptalia Springs, and Fume Fedorian, Mugian, Milunian would be this amazing, and they thought that maybe they have genius quirks. Quirks make them smart. And so they're at the Battle Zone test, and Deku is confident that he'll do better, that he'll do amazing. Reptalia and Philo, the My Hero Academia versions of the Rising of Shield Hero. So yeah, Philo and Reptalia are there with Deku, and they're saying, and they're actually giving confidence to one another. And so yeah, they will and President Mike will count down and say go, and it would say go. There's no countdown to a battle when you'll fight a villain. So yeah, everyone runs in, and Deku with One For All, he would actually make himself faster. Reptalia will also zoom right past everyone, including with Philo. They will actually go in, zoom past everyone, and everyone sees these three, and three of them will actually see robots, a couple of 2-pointers and 3-pointers, and they actually destroy them in an instant, saying that nothing will get in their way, that they will get into UA together. So yeah, Deku is say, wow, you guys got strong. I'm happy to see that you guys got strong. Something tells me you did more than just read books. Did more than just train. Yep. Just like you, Deku, we also worked hard as well. So yeah, all of them go their separate ways and destroy as many robots as they can. So does everyone at the gate. They also destroy as many robots as they can. And the way that Deku destroys these robots is that uses his iron shield to like shoot projectiles at the robots, and uses explosive shield to like shoot these little tiny grenade bombs at the robot, and they will instantly explode. And so yeah, Deku is like tearing it up, and he believes he got a decent amount of points. And he also gets rescue points as well. And he thought to himself, never mind, no wait a minute, we're just gonna think of that later. We'll do that later, and Deku will feel shock into the ground, and he goes over there. Reptalia and Philo, they also go where Deku is going, and they will actually see the big 0-pointer, and they're, wow, that's going overboard. And Deku would see Reptalia right behind him, and he says, yeah, that's this is actually a bit ridiculous. And Philo will also be there. She's actually in the sky, saying, "There's no way we can actually take this thing down. No wonder they made it to a 0-pointer." That's saying the obvious. Maybe we should probably get out of here. Maybe we should get out of here. It's not worth any points anyway. That's what Deku would say. So they will actually, like, get out of there. But then Deku would hear a scream, and it's Uraka. And she would say, "Wait, guys. It's that girl from earlier. Uraka? It's her. Look. Uraka. We can't just walk away. We'll just have to go. We'll just go over there and help her." And so they help her out. Philo, like, helps them get the rubble off of her as quick as they can. They can't. Can. So yeah. Reptalia gets out, grabs Uraka and helps her up and gets her out of there. And Deku also gets out of there as well. And Deku actually shoots out an explosive bomb at the robot. But then the explosive bomb would turn into miniature explosive bombs, separating itself and then implanting itself into the robot, and then exploding it, boom, like it's doing like boom all over, and it will actually be destroyed, and it will fall on its back. And Philo will actually say, "Whoa, that was a little over dramatic. Sorry, I just didn't want to take any chance, Philo." So yeah, Deku actually heal Uraka. And the way he heals her is because his shield also absorbed a smidgen part of someone's healing quirk when he was in junior high. In junior high, he met someone with a healing quirk. So yeah, Deku's quirk unlocks a new shield called the Healing Shield. And yes, Deku will get the book. Will actually get the book shield as well, knowing that he's a bookworm and something like that. And so yeah, we skipped to 2 years, and Deku goes off to UA. So does Reptalia and Philo. They also show up to UA entry gate. They have their ID their identification as UA students. So yeah, Deku is like super excited about this, meeting everyone. So yeah, we're gonna actually leave it off here for now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, the people that are watching this. Thank you so much for suggesting that I make part 2 of this video. Thank you. And Deku's hero costume will be the it's gonna be an awesome series. Thank you, everyone, and this is me saying have a great night and have a good time watching this video, and thank you.